Dear students, welcome to file handling topic in Python. As per the new syllabus of 2020 and 21, I'd like to give you a brief overview on file handling, and then we will look into various programs of file handling also. Okay, shall we proceed? Yeah, in this chapter, first we will see the CBSE curriculum. See, in this, as per the CBSE curriculum, we have to discuss about need for a data file, types of file, text file, binary files, and CSV files. In text files, we will see basic operations on text file, open, file name, absolute or relative path, mode, close a text file, reading and manipulation of data from a text file, appending data into a text file, standard input, output, and error streams, relative and absolute paths. In binary files, we will look at basic operations on binary file, open a binary file using the file name, absolute or relative path, mode, and closing a binary file. And we will see pickle module, methods of load and dump, read, write, create, search, append, and update operations in a binary file. In CSV file, import CSV module, functions, open, close a CSV file, read from a CSV file and write into a CSV file using CSV reader and CSV writer. Okay, so now let us proceed with the syllabus need for a data file. So what is the need for a data file? If you want to store the data in organized manner, see, generally when we are executing any program, right, after execution that output is not retained by you, isn't it? Whenever you want to see that output, is it available? Once you come back and execute your program again, you will get a fresh output. But the old output, if you want to capture in and store it in a memory permanently, right, so we will use a file, isn't it? So if you want to access data at faster rate, then also we go for file handling. If you want to search for data, right, so we will write a program instead of searching from the top first character, first line, first character to the end of the file. What we do, we let the program search through the contents of the file, so it will be very fast also. And to modify data later on, right, these are the preliminary requirements for data file handling. And in Python, see, how do we handle a file? What is a file? Just first of all let us go back and see what is a file. What is a file? A file is a sequence of bytes on the disk, permanent storage, where a group of related data is stored. It is contiguous set of bytes used to store data, which is organized in specific format and can be anything as simple as text file or as complicated as a program executable. See, file is created for permanent storage of data, as we have seen in the need for file handling, isn't it? So files on most modern file systems are composed of three main parts. One is a header, and then we'll have the content of that, and then we will have in that content also where is the end of the file, isn't it? So even if you press space bar also, you can see still that space bar is also a content. Where does the content stop? That is a end of file. It is a special character. See, what is a header? Metadata about the contents of the file. See, in that we will see the file name. See, if any file, if you are opened, file name will be there, and size, how much bytes, right, and then type, which type of file it is, right, it is a mp4 file, mp3 file, na. So it is a docs file, it is pptx or bmp file, it is jpg file. Like the different types of files are there, isn't it? And then the data, the contents of the file as written by the creator or editor. See, end of file is special character that indicates the end of the file. What are the operations we perform on file? See, we can remember as CRUD operations. What are CRUD operations? Create, read, update, and delete. See, what are the CRUD operations? Okay, what are the CRUD operations available? let us come back to the slide. Okay, what are the CRUD operations? See, create, read, update, and delete. Okay, so now let us see what are the different types of files available. See, as we discussed, now there are types of files. So the here basically we can categorize them into text files and binary files. What is a text file? A file whose contents can be viewed using text editor is called a text file. A sequence of ASCII or Unicode characters. Python programs, contents written in text editors are some of the examples of text files. See, .txt extension will be there, .rtf, that is a rich text format extension will be there, .csv, that is comma separated values file, right? These are all the examples of text files. Now let's go to binary files. What is a binary file? A binary file is also a file only, but data is in the same format it is stored. Like if you have an image in your file, so image is obtained as image only, it is stored as image only, right? So when you retrieve, again it is not in terms of characters, but it is in the terms of image only, like video file, audio file, like that. Okay, so there are some executable files also, mp3 files, image files. Okay, so binary file is a file which stores data in the same way as stored in the memory. Okay, they can be read through, they cannot be read through text editors, like paint, like your notepad, we cannot edit them, we cannot read through them. If you open through them, what will happen? You will get some different characters, everything is in the haphazard. So what are the basic differences between text file and a binary file? Text file in its all the contents of text file are bits. Okay, all these are representing a character. See, it is less prone to get corrupt as change reflects as soon as made and can be undone. It stores only plain text in a file. Widely used file format and can be opened in any text editor. Mostly .txt, .rtf are used as extensions to text files. Binary file, its bits represent a custom data, can easily get corrupt on even single bit change also, can store different types of data, audio, text, image in a single file. Developed for an application and can be opened in that application only, can have any application defined extension. So we have to use the proper application to open such extension files. Okay, so what are the preliminary requirements for performing file operations? See, when you want to do something on a file, what we are supposed to do, first of all, the file should exist and then you should open the file. Then only you can write in that. See, if you have a notebook with you, unless until you open, can't you write anything in that? So you have to open it first. So after opening the file, okay, if it doesn't exist, you have to create and then open. If it exists already, existing file, you can open using the open method of file handling and then perform operations. What are the operations you want to read, you want to write, you want to edit, you want to do some changes, some deletions, additions, isn't it? So all those, after completion of all the operations, then close the file. Just like you will keep your notebook open only forever. No, so you have to close your file. See, if you are not closing also, some Python setup will automatically allow you to close. Okay, automatically it will release the file, whatever the resources that file is holding. Okay, but it is always suggestible, it is always a good practice to close a file. Okay, so now what are the, see, now we have seen the three steps, right? First one is open, next one is perform all the operations, and next one is close. Very simple. This is the entire chapter, right? So in this only we will see various functions, already built-in functions, and how, what is the syntax and how to use them in our programs, right? So whenever you are facing any problem, then how to rectify, how to correct those errors. Okay, so first step is what? Open. So in open, for open function, okay, open method we will use, which creates file objects for the file operations. If it doesn't exist, that is if it is open in a particular mode only. Okay, if you are opening in just read mode, it will not create, it will show you error. Okay, there are certain modes, no? So that's what we will discuss those modes also later. Okay, so if already existing file is already existing, then we can open using the open method. So what is the syntax? How do we write? This open will return an object. Okay, so that object to be assigned to a variable. Whenever something is written, we will be using, right, in the functions we learnt already, right? So file object is open equal to open, and then within the parenthesis 3 parameters we will specify. Even if you specify one parameter also, default parameters it will take. Okay, so file name is within inverted commas with name and the dot and the extension we will mention. You see, if you want to give a file name that is which is in a different directory, then give the entire path. Okay, from C directory if it is located, if it is D directory, so entire path and the file name you should give in the proper way. And then access mode. What is the file access mode? It determines kind of operations that can be performed with file, like read write operation. And then buffering. For no buffering, set it to 0. For line buffering, set it to 1. If it is greater than 1, then it is a buffer size. If it is less than 1, then it is system default. It is, if it is negative value, then buffer size is system default. So here, while giving the file name, we use the file paths, right? So what are the two types of file paths? File paths we discuss now: absolute file path and relative file path. When you access a file on an operating system, a file path is required. The file path is a string that represents the location of the file. It's broken up into three major parts. Okay, so folder path, and then file name, and then your, what is that, dot extension of the file. Okay, so folder path is the file folder location on the file system, where subsequent folders are separated by a forward slash. Okay, forward slash is when you are writing p by q, no, that is forward. Backward is if you reverse it. Okay, or backslash if you are using the Windows. Okay, file name is actual name of the file, and extension is at the end, dot के बाद अब जो भी लिखते हैं ना, so using the period, that is dot, and then whatever extension we are giving. So these are the three parts of a file path. File path is having folder path, then the file name, then the dot extension. Okay, clear? So now let us go forth and see the different file character encodings. See, we have to discuss about this character encodings, because see, when you are trying to retrieve a file which is stored in ASCII characters in UTF, yes, it will work out. But if you have some other, see, the Devanagari characters, Hindi characters, or some other language is there. If you're trying to open using ASCII characters, it will not open. So you will get you some error or some unknown codings also, right? Unknown symbols you can see, right? So common problems that you may face is the encoding of byte data. An encoding is a transformation from byte data to human readable characters. This is typically done by assigning a numerical value to represent a character. Two most common encodings we have seen in 11th standard are ASCII and Unicode. And we learned UTF-8 also, then 8-bit and 32-bit, 64-bit we have seen, right? We have done some experiments also, some problems also we solved, isn't it? So ASCII can only store 128 characters, whereas Unicode can contain up to 11,14,112 characters. So ASCII is actually a subset of Unicode. That is, whatever ASCII file if you have, if you are opening in the Unicode system, then there is no problem. But if you have a file containing Unicode characters and trying to open in ASCII, then there is a problem, because ASCII is not having those many symbols, isn't it? So that is the reason it is important to note that parsing a file with an incorrect character encoding can lead to failure or misinterpretation of the character. So if, say for example, if a file was created using UTF-8 encoding and you try to parse it by using ASCII encoding, if there is a character that is outside of these 128 values, then an error will be thrown. Are you following, children? So that is the reason we have to use the proper encoding also, right? So how do you open and close files in Python. See the processing and all we will see for text files and binary files. Now let's just focus on opening a file and then closing a file. So how do you open? We use the open method and it will return a variable, it will return a file object that we are using, we are assigning to a variable, right? So variable in the sense that is an object name only we are using, right? So now open has a single required object, that is the path to the file. Okay, it has a single return, that is a file object. Okay, so whatever the file object is returned, that will be, that we are capturing into left hand side variable, that is the object. So now file equal to open some dog breeds.txt. So here what is this file? That is the whatever is returned from the open dialog, right? Open function, that object is captured into file. Okay, so which file we are opening? It is a text file, so .txt. And what is the file name? Dog breeds. Okay, right here you should always make sure that open file is properly closed. So how do you close the open file? Using close method. See, generally if you are facing some, if you are getting some exception, if some exception is thrown from this file, you can use the try and finally exception handling block, right? So now you see reader is you read a file by opening a file. Okay, so now you just put the coding, whatever processing you wanted to do on that file in the try block, and if at all any bug, any exception arise here, then that can be caught in finally block here, right? Reader dot close. See, whatever the file object dot close, we used to close the file. Clear? So this is as simple as see, if you have assigned to file, so file dot close. If it is assigned to f dot close, we will use. So right, when you are opening the file, okay, so in which mode, right? As we have different types of files, no, there are different modes of operation also. R is for reading only. Okay, it sets the file pointer at the beginning of the file. This is the default mode. See, in this case, in this above slide, we haven't mentioned any mode. Then which mode it will open? It will open by default in R mode, that is reading only. RB is the same as R mode but with binary file. R plus is both reading and writing. The file pointer is placed at the beginning of the file. RB plus is same as R plus mode but with binary file. W is writing only, overrides the file if the file exists. If not, creates a new file for writing. Clear, children? R will not create, but W will create a file for writing. WB is same as W mode but with binary files. W plus both writing and reading, overrides if no file exists, creates a new file for reading and writing. WB plus is same as W plus but with binary files. A is for appending. What do you mean by appending? Insertion at the end. So as insertion has to be taken place at the end, it moves the file pointer to the end of the file and creates a new file for writing if doesn't exist. AB is same as binary, same appending but with binary file. A plus is for both appending and reading. Move the file pointer at the end. If the file doesn't exist, it creates a new file for reading and writing. AB plus is same as A plus but with the binary mode. Okay, so if you look at this meaning, it looks like a little confusing. Actually, if you are if you want to simplify it, there are actually 4 modes. What is that? Read mode, append mode, write mode, and create mode. Got it, children? So what are the 4 modes we have? Read, write, append, create. Okay, read is the default value. It will not create. If it doesn't exist, it will throw an error. Append will, a file pointer is at the end of the file. It will open the file. If file doesn't exist, it will create also. W also it creates, but the file pointer is at the beginning. Okay, so X is creates the specified file and returns an error if the file already exists. So X cannot overwrite. Okay, children, following? Are you understanding? See, these are the 4 basic modes, right? So these are with the text file, R with the binary file, R with plus, that is opens for file for updating both reading and writing operations. Same thing, AT, AB, A plus. So that is appending the text file, appending in the binary file, appending and then doing any modifications also. then W, WT, WB, W place. So write text, write binary, write and update. Okay, so then X, same thing. So how many modes are there? 4 is 12 modes. Just we were recapitalizing what we have seen in the previous slide. Okay, children. So now what is the return type of open? Just now we have seen a file object is returned, but in case if you are just without mentioning any file mode, or if you have mentioned only R or W, in these cases the open function will return a text IO wrapper file object. It is a file object only, but text IO wrapper file object is returned. Okay, children. So now if we have opened a text file in by that is read and write operations, but on fine binary content. Okay, so binary mode. Then the file object returned is either buffered reader or buffered writer file object. Clear? So in every case it is file object, but what type of file object to which class it belongs to? Then it is buffered reader or buffered writer file object. Okay, so if you have mentioned buffering equal to 0, then it will return just file input output file object, file IO file object. Clear? So now what are the file modes? Just let us just revise what, well, just rewind what we have learnt in these slides. What are the file modes available in Python? See, 4 modes and then 4 threes, right? So read, write, append and X. And then what are the what are all additions we are doing? Text के लिए T, binary के लिए B, and then plus is update. Okay, so now how many types of files are there in Python? Text files and binary files, right? Which built-in function is used to open files in Python? Open and then parenthesis. Within the parenthesis we should mention the file name, then the access mode, and then buffer, right? So next, which built-in function is used to close the files in Python? How do you write? With the file object dot close and then parenthesis. In the parenthesis, nothing, no parameter. Clear? So I have used different resources to prepare this content. Thanks for all these resources.